Hello, Mallards. It is Monday, and today was the final day of Fringe, and I didn't film while I was at Fringe because I was just running around and doing several things. And I did manage to see 3 lovely shows during Patrons Pick Day and come home and change for the closing awards and attend those and see some people, say goodbye to some people, which was sad. The end of Fest is always sad. But I will be back there tomorrow to do Unload, so this isn't really End of Fest for me, it's just sort of End of Fest. But I do want to talk about the 3 shows that I saw, even though there aren't tickets available, because they might end up on DigiFringe. So I'm linking to their virtually Fringe pages anyway, because I don't know if you'll be able to buy them there or what's going to happen. I guess we'll figure it out together when tickets go on sale at noon tomorrow. So the first show I saw was Waiting for Gadot, but it was Gal Gadot, the actress in Wonder Woman, not the actual play Waiting for Gadot. But the theme was similar. It was 2 nerdy guys who were sitting outside of the Wonder Woman 3 premiere at a place where Gal Gadot was supposed to come in person and meet the fans, and they're just waiting for her to literally never arrive, just like the original Waiting for Gadot play. It was cleverly done with a lot of really nerdy references. I had an enjoyable time watching it. It leaned heavily into Star Trek, which I only vaguely know, mostly from what Jared has had me read, but it was references that I got, like a fair amount of references that I got, and mostly I just had fun listening to that show and watching it and seeing 2 very different types of nerds kind of have a battle over who deserves to be the first to meet Gal Gadot. And then the second show I went to see was Theater Group Gumbo's Are You Loving It? And I feel like this is not a show that you can really describe to somebody. Part of Theater Group Gumbo's deal is that they do very absurd pieces. It's like a game show, I guess. It's got kind of like game show, variety show vibes. They are a group from Japan, and so it has some of those like wild Eastern like aesthetics, or like aesthetics that we associate with game shows and things from the East, and it's really fun. I laughed a lot. I really enjoyed the people I was sitting next to who knew nothing about Theater Group Gumbo and didn't know what they were getting into, and I thought that their show is absolutely absurd and confusing, but also kind of impactful in its anti-capitalism statement. Is sort of like it's got some commentary on American capitalism while still being absolutely freaking ridiculous. But I had a lot of fun with that particular show. And then the third show that I went to see was Les Miserables, which I have several friends involved in. It is essentially a reworking of Les Miserables, but using ABBA songs. So it's Les Miserables. And I thought that the harmonies were really, really tight. I thought that the changes they had done to the story were interesting. I am not familiar enough with Les Mis to be like, yes, this I liked or this I didn't like. As far as the story adaptation goes, because I did find myself a little bit confused by the ending, but I think if I knew Les Mis better, I wouldn't have been confused. It was a fun show and a really talented cast, and it was a nice way to round out the fest just with a absolutely wild musical. And then I went to awards, which was really fun because a lot of really well-deserving people got amazing awards. like Billy for Stag Night got 3 awards, and I'm so happy for her. She deserves all of that and more. I loved that show. And obviously Carmilla got Patron's Pick, and like, I'm so proud of everybody and their award-winning productions. A lot of very talented people out on that lawn getting well-deserved awards. And now I'm gonna feed a snake and I'm gonna go to bed so that tomorrow I can go help with unload. I'll see you then.